We're at the Museo Aeropuerto de Lanzarote, and it's actually in what was the old control tower. And you can access this by entering the airport and turning right. Just look for the sign for Museo. And as you can see, that's the control tower at the top there. To the left is the old terminal building. Now this section was in use from 1946 to 1970, and we're going to go inside and take you around the museum and show you everything that's there. But it's a fascinating little place to visit, and it's still within the airport grounds. So if I pan around now, you'll be able to see the control tower. So let's go inside and check out what's in there. Wow, that's interesting. Zeppelins on the island. Lots of really old-fashioned seaplanes. So this entrance section just has loads and loads of different photos from the past, from the history of the airport. And aviation here started with seaplanes before the runway was built. So seaplanes were quite a common thing to see coming into the port of Arrecife in the 20s and 30s. The runway wasn't completed until 1946. And this is the mural that was created by Cesar Manrique in 1953 for the original building here. There's a little cinema where they play aviation related films and old movies of the airport. And I love this representation of the bar. This is the actual bar that was in use at the airport, and behind it is a picture of people enjoying it in the past. I like the fact that there's a Guardia Civil officer enjoying a drink at the bar, and at either end of this section there are old photos in chronological order of the airport that have been handed over or given in by visitors over the years. Now this section was actually the airport's travel agency. This is their original counter and their filing and so on behind it. There are hundreds of models of aircraft from down the years, and this beautiful model of the actual building that you're stood in while you're looking at it. And of course, Concorde visited the airport twice, in fact. An Air France Concorde came here, as did a British Airways Concorde, moving passengers to and from Cunard ships. These are Spanair uniforms that were donated by somebody who presumably once worked for Spanair in times past. And you've got an aerial view of the modern airport right beside it. This section is a model showing exactly how the baggage conveyancing system underneath the current airport operates, and it's quite interesting to look at in detail and understand how that works. This is fascinating. It's a section that shows all the things that have been confiscated by police from people looking to travel with knives, guns, bullets, and so on. And here are the original scales that were used to weigh all of the luggage going onto aircraft when this particular airport was in use up until 1970. Now in this section we've got a load of the equipment that was used in the airport in the old days. This is a kind of meteorological section. So you've got barometers and wind gauges and all those kind of things. There's various radio equipment here. This is a radio homing beacon, which was used by aircraft to locate where the airport was. And then we've got varying sizes of telex type machines, which gradually get smaller as they get newer. And these were for sending telex messages around the world, of course. And this, of course, is the actual control tower. It's a shame the windows are so grubby, but you can see the old-fashioned equipment they had, and all of the air traffic movements were controlled from here in the relevant period. I love the fact that they have it both in English and Spanish for the controllers, different languages for the instructions they need to give to the aircraft. What did you think? It's just a fascinating little place to go and visit. Completely free, the entrance. The young lady in there, Maria, is very, very helpful and speaks reasonable English. She'll be happy to tell you about anything you're not sure of. Now, right across the road from the museum itself, there's this section which has got kind of old artifacts like this. And if anyone could tell me what this is, I'd be delighted to know. It appears to have 2 buckets on it, and it's a trailer, and I've no idea. In the old days, when this terminal was in use, the aircraft would land on the runway and literally just pull up to where we are now. So they'd pull right up to the control tower and terminal building. The other artifacts we've got here are this very interesting propeller and piston engine. I don't know what it's for. Let's go and find out. The last flight of the Phoenix. Ah, it's a okay, so it's an engine from a Lockheed Super Constellation, which was abandoned in Lanzarote with registration number F, so it must have been French, BHBL from Phoenix Air Transport. So this is a massive engine from there, and in the distance there's a modern aircraft, an EasyJet taking off. We've got some luggage, old-fashioned luggage trolleys here. There's a little private aircraft, which I think is a Beechcraft, and a set of steps to go up into small aircraft. There's a fire machine here. Oh, I'm wrong, it's not a Beechcraft, it's a Piper Cherokee PA-32. No idea what the story is on that. This is some sort of, I don't know, water storage. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, Cepsa, no fuel. Okay. That's for administering oil to aircraft. Okay, so it's an oil tanker, mini oil tanker. And then we've got one of the old fire engines here. And next to it, one of the old Renault 21s that used to guide aircraft onto the relevant stands. They're still using yellow vehicles out there, but they're a bit more modern. I think they might be Renaults again, they might be Kangoos these days. So there you go, hope you enjoyed that little tour of the fabulous Museo Aeronautico, the airport museum. Do pay a visit next time you're on the island. Bye for now, everyone.